Oh, here, Ben. Here's your water.
Whoa, where's all our equipment? Hey, barkeep, where's all our stuff?
You get kicked out. You haven't paid your lease in years.
What?
Go on, get out of here, you freaking eyeball.
Oh, okay already, okay. Man, you don't have to be such a hard ass. I didn't like this bar anyway.
You want this one too? Okay.
Whoa, check out this studio. Oh my gosh, look at all the lights. And there's a lounge over there? Oh my gosh. Hey, Dave!
Yes, Orb, what is it?
Why didn't you tell me about the studio?
I sent you a memo.
You mean that napkin with ketchup and mustard on it?
Yes, couldn't you read that?
Absolutely not. I'm gonna go sit off stage. You gotta introduce the show.
Okay, Orb, I'll be right there.
Have fun, everyone.
Live from the Oddly Funny Studios in Detroit, Michigan, it's This Just In News Comedy Club show with your very special guest stars, Linda Marcus Smith, Ashley Gutermuth, Bombing Run winner Edward Ruben, Bruce Lipsky, and your headliner, Matt Blevins, with co-host Kristine Knowlton. And now, without further ado, the master of ceremonies, the Randy Savage of puppets, please welcome Aaron! Yay! Yay! Have fun, y'all!
Hey! We are here! It's amazing! We are in the Oddly Funny Studios in Detroit, Michigan. And if you're within 50 miles of Detroit, it is Detroit, Michigan. That's just the rule. That's just the rule around here. 100 miles, no, you're not in Detroit. But within 50 miles, yeah, you are in Detroit. So, it's been quite a little bit of time off. I do apologize for that. If you guys are a constant follower of This Just In News Comedy Club show, and if you're not, why? Seriously, it's on YouTube. I mean, I've got a ton of things up there. I got Bombing Run, the game show. I got some sketches. I got this show here. And I do want to dedicate this show to two relatives I lost recently. Dominic Rotundi and Tom Rotundi. I did lose them in the last couple months. So I want to dedicate this show to them. They love to have some laughs, some fun. In fact, my nephew Dominic wanted to see me perform comedy, but I'm sure he's watching somewhere. So let's have some fun tonight, guys. Let's rock this joint, shall we? So the first comedian up to the stage is Linda Marcus Smith, an Army veteran, producers of Military to Military Zoom shows, and interviewed 730 comedians. Please welcome Linda Marcus Smith. Yeah. Woo!
Hey guys, what's up? Oh, it's so great to be here. My gosh. I had a birthday. I just had a birthday.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah, I turned 21 for the third time. Killing it. I love math. 21 times 3 plus none of your business. That's what. Yeah. I have a twin brother. His name is Fred. And he just embarrassed me so much this last birthday because he came out as a 70-year-old. I don't do that. I don't say. I say 21 times 3 for a reason, because math confuses everybody. It's a superpower. Yeah. I come from, I like messing with New Yorkers like Bruce Lipsky. I like saying, I come from the Upper West Side. And they say, we don't smile that much out here. I smile way too much. Yeah, I come from the Upper West Side of the U.S. map, Oregon. In my day, Oregon was very serenely racist, serenely racist. They fixed it. Now it's passive aggressive racism. Crap. I come from a little town nobody's ever heard of in the news lately. Portland, Oregon. Should have had a V8. Oh my gosh. My town turned on me, you guys. It turned on me. Now in Portland, they're progressive. Look at me. Do I look progressive? Not. I tried to fit in. I picked up the phone to save money on car insurance. I don't even know my stance on their price guns, let alone real guns that fire. Not progressive. Oh my gosh. You know, I had to leave Portland because I couldn't take the racism, the progressiveness. And I heard in Vegas, you can be anything you want to be. Oh my gosh, it was better than when I went in the Army. That was just be all you can be. This is you can be anything you want to be. I got here just in time, you guys. I couldn't wait to get here, got here just in time for COVID. There was no sin nowhere in Sin City. There was no drinkers, no gamblers. There were none of them slick trading cards from the hookers plastered all over the sidewalk. None during COVID. How was I going to get a slip and fall accident and pay my rent during COVID? Oh my gosh, yeah. But, you know, I've been going to the gym because I heard that the young girls don't want all the honking and cat calling and wolf whistling. And I'm so old, that's where I got my self-esteem. I got to be honest. I went to the gym. You guys, I got great news for you. I did a bunch of cardio and I almost had a cardia. And then now I've got a Cardi B minus back there. I know I'll be killing it with when two things happen. When I get to have a Nicki Minaj a trois, and when I'll be killing it when casino security steps up to me and says, "Excuse me, aren't you Marilyn Monroe? You look so hot. We're going to have to escort you the heck out of here." That's my idea of a good day. Thanks, you guys. I'm Linda Marcus Smith.
All right, let's give Linda Marcus Smith a big round of applause. Oh, let me spotlight with her. Okay, let's add Linda back to there. I'm sorry about that, Kristine. I didn't tell you that. Let me get it on there with me. There we go. All right. Woo! Hey, Linda, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on social media, YouTube, comedian Linda Marcus Smith. I'll interview any comedian or booker or club owner. And you can find me on Instagram as Linda Marcus Smith. I would love it. Thank you. Come find me on the street too.
Yeah, she'll be, because COVID's over in Vegas, she'll have a slip and fall on one of those ladies of the night business cards. That's what those are called, right? All right. Thank you so much, Linda. Oh my gosh. That was so amazing. And you know what? I'm not even originally from Michigan. I'm from Idaho. So I got out of there. You know what I mean? It only took 24 crazies up in the northern panhandle to make us all sound racist. And I'm like, I'm not them. I know what I look like, unfortunately. Yeah. I look like my name isn't Aaron with 2 A's. It looks like I'm Aryan with 3 K's. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, I know. It's hard to be bald. I don't know about you guys. You know, everybody that has hair, I'm giving you a round of applause for having hair. Because you know what? I cut myself shaving today. And you can't cover that up with anything except toilet paper or a hat. You guys have a hair misplaced out of your head. It's nothing. You are amazing. You have, look, a little hair. No, that's not a big deal. When you cut your head, everyone knows you've made a mistake. Okay? All right. Let's get to our next comedian, shall we?
Hi. The comedian who is supposed to be in the slot tonight requested not be part of the YouTube video. Instead, I will have a staring contest with you for the next 6 minutes. Ready, set, go. You blinked. So did you. Oh, I won. On to the next comedian.
Oh, and are you doing any live shows soon? I assume you are.
Yeah, I do have some in Pennsylvania next weekend. So I'll be promoting those. So if you guys follow me or go to ashleygutermuth.com, I'd love to have you there.
All right, sounds awesome. Thank you so much, Ashley. And I think I know how to fix Ashley's problem. An intervention. We're going to do an intervention, except we're going to have to catch up with her.
Yeah. Trip me.
Yeah, I'm 50. I don't know. I have a hamstring that says, no, Aaron, you're not going to run anymore.
Nah, fair enough.
We're
Listen
going
to
to
it.
stretch that out. And I'm like, yeah. Well, I'm going to play the banjo instead because that hamstring's so tight. I could play the banjo.
Ah, nice.
Oh, that's so funny. So the next comedian up to the stage won my game show called Bombing Run. And that's where 3 comedians compete against each other to see who's the Joker Ace first, second, Joker Ace who gets to be on my show. If I could talk right and keep my brain on track, that'd be awesome. But the first place person gets to be on my Saturday show, this Justin News Comedy Club show. Second and third get to be back on the Bombing Run whenever they want. And this guy knocked it out of the park that night. He, about 4 years ago, threw away his engineering degree to become a comedian. He also threw away his income. All right, so now everybody's supposed to laugh at him. Please welcome Edward Ruben, everybody. Woo!
Hey, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. Hey, I just keep thinking back to 2019. 2019, what was it, like 4-5 years ago? Right? Yeah, remember escape rooms? Remember how awesome they were? They were great. I love them. And then last year, we all started living in one. Help! How do I get out of here? Well, as you can tell by my jowls, I ate my way out.
Oh.
I didn't even realize it. I didn't realize it until I had a portrait done. Came back in landscape mode. I have got to lose weight. They charge double for panoramas.
Oh.
Yeah. See, the problem is that my cells, and I mean every cell in my body, it's just, that's right, Aaron. It's just like my closet. There's no skinny jeans in there.
Oh.
No. I got so concerned about my health, I finally went and saw a cardiologist. They seemed great. They said I was okay. But then I read they were convicted of fraud. Now they have to do a stent in jail. Oh, I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm sorry. But, it just gets worse. I mean, they seem perfectly nice to me, but I think they had arterial motives. The guy wanted me to take a drug test. Ashley, does that seem logical?
No.
I didn't think so either. I said, hey, there's no need for that. I already know what I like. Flonase and baby aspirin get me through the day. In hindsight, 2020 sucked. I know, right? I mean, what am I saying? I mean, people could not even go to church. I finally called up the mayor of New York City and I said, hey, you got to start spreading the pews. I mean, by today, they've got to be 6 feet apart. New York, leg kick. I know what you're thinking. I'm glad this guy's midlife crisis wasn't singing. Me too. Hey, I know. My city is trying to curb parallel parking. So far, there's just been a lot of back and forth.
Oh.
I know. But we'll see how it turns out. Personally, I think they should worry more about people's driving than their parking.
Mm.
No, this there was a statistician that got in a car accident the other day. She ran into the median.
Oh.
I know. And it wasn't even a difficult part of the highway. It was just a normal curve.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Some people think that joke is mean.
Oh.
I think it's just kind of average.
Oh.
So I should probably tell you a little bit about myself. I am married.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yeah.
My wife is a cat person. Any cat people out there?
Woo!
I gotta believe Kristine is, right? I am a dog person.
Mm.
Any dog people out
Yeah.
there? I know, right? Yeah. I keep telling my wife, she's just cooking it wrong. I know. All right, maybe I'm overstating. My wife is actually an excellent cook. She makes the best feline pie. Oh, yeah. It's the cat's meow.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or what's left of it.
Oh.
I know. I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm really sorry. Hey, when we got married, our 7-layer wedding cake, so beautiful. It had me in tears. Oh, I told you they could be bad. They could be. Yeah. A little bit about my love life. My love life is like it's like a great Russian basketball player. Nothing but nyet. My wife says she wants to make love. She's just stalling. I told her to stop putting me on.
Oh.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. The good thing is we do have similar taste in music.
Mm.
I love Prince. She loves the Revolution. How many people remember Sully? Sully, right? Sully, remember Miracle on Hudson? Sully took off in the big jet airplane out of LaGuardia and then had to make an emergency landing on the Hudson River. Every time I get in an airplane, I want the pilot to be Sully. I hate long flights. But I love water slides.
Oh.
Now, I do enjoy flying. Well, a couple of years ago, I was on a cross-country flight, and we were over Utah, and the pilot came on and said we were having engine trouble.
Mm.
I looked out the window. There were flames. I said, we've got to land this plane right now. They said, who are you? And like we don't know that. But we'd love to land, but we can't because the landing gear will not come down. I said, hey, we're over Utah. There's the Great Salt Lake. Remember Sully from that last joke? That's where he would land. They didn't want to because of rust. Oh, so stupid. I mean, I just didn't get it right. The water, the salt. I thought it was a great solution. I can tell that some of you are not into chemistry puns. That's okay. That's okay. I consider myself a catalyst for change.
Oh.
I'm keeping my eye on you, Kristine, because I feel like we are bonding.
Oh.
I know, but I don't want the rest of you to worry that I'm going to tell chemistry puns all night, periodically. You know who loves chemistry puns? Acidic Jews.
Oh.
Much everybody. Good night.
All right, let's give Edward Ruben a big round of applause. And Edward, where can we find you on social media?
I'm on Instagram and the Twitter at ESRuben, and I'm at Edward Ruben on Facebook.
And are you doing any live shows or more Zoom shows?
I'm doing a live show on Wednesday in Walnut Creek at a place called Retro Junkie, and on Thursday at a place called Murphy's Law in Sunnyvale, both in California.
Oh, cool. Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So go check that out, guys, if you're out in Cali or in that general vicinity. Thank you so much, Edward.
We'd love to have you.
All right. We got to. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Kristine. I couldn't find the button. Kristine's helping me out. She is my special co-host, and I haven't talked to her in a little bit. Hey, Kristine, get on the screen here for a second. She is. Yeah, come on here. Yeah, I'm so sorry I didn't have any banter with you in the last couple comedians, but she is an amazing comic. She does what? Catbox comedy. Is that you're taking a couple days off though, right? You took a couple weeks off, or?
Yes, I'll be back in October.
Back in October. You gotta go check that out. It's so fun. I've done it a couple times, and it's a blast. And unfortunately, I put my recording time of Bombing Run about the same time as Catbox. I didn't think about that.
That's okay. I'm working on some new times and everything, so we're good. We're good.
Good, yeah.
We'll
so
work
yeah,
it out. We'll
work it out. Yeah, it's been a great show tonight so far, hasn't it?
It has been.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. I mean, I have to agree with Linda here. The age, it's like I'm 21. Well, I've had 2 21 birthdays plus some. We won't go into math because I stink at that. It's great. We've had Ashley here. We're both from New Jersey. It's excellent. I love listening to her running stories. She's got so many of them. It's great. And to say, it's like she's a military. What? Everybody's like, what? And I'm like, yes, she is. Yes, she is. Like Ed's amazing over there, coming out with all the science stuff and making people go, it's great. It's a fantastic night. I love the groans. Every groan is also a laugh.
Yes, it is.
It counts. It counts.
The only thing I thought maybe Edward, are you on a football team?
No.
Oh, because I thought for sure you were a punter. I know. Well, it had to be said. That's all. That's the jokes, folks. Thank you so much, Kristine. We're going to go to our next comedian. He has been seen at Dangerfields, the Broadway Comedy Club, Greenwich Village Comedy Club, and the Comic Strip Live in New York City, as well as the Governor's and the Brokerage and My Father's Place on Long Island. Please welcome to the stage, Bruce Lipsky, everybody. Woo!
Hey, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I don't know if anybody here has elderly parents. I just got a call from my 87-year-old dad. He said, Bruce, guess what? They just opened a new comedy club in my neighborhood. I said, that's fantastic, Dad. What's it called? He said, Stand Up MRI. I said, Dad, you check it out? He said, yeah, they wouldn't let me in and have a prescription. He said, I did call them. The good news is there's no cover charge, but there's a 2 copay minimum per person. I said, Dad, you got to get there, Dad, one day. But I'm really worried about my dad. I think he's losing it. So I had to take him to the hospital for some tests the other day. So we're in the elevator, and this technician wheels in this machine with all these tubes and hoses. My father looks at him and says, Mister, I hope you're not going to hook me up to that machine today. The guy looks back and says, I hope not for your sake. It's a carpet cleaner. But after the hospital, I figured I'd take him to their favorite restaurant, Friendly's, which is kind of a misnomer because there's never anything friendly about my parents when they go out. They're lukewarm at best. They don't go to eat, they go to complain. So we're sitting down, and my mother calls the manager over. She says, Mister, it's bad enough my eggs are runny and my toast is burnt. How come you don't serve coffee in those nice brown Friendly mugs anymore? The manager looked at her and said, Lady, I'm sorry. People kept on stealing them. She goes, oh my, what a shame that is. That's terrible. I only needed one more to complete my set. Now I have a mother with a mug job for being a mug thief. I'm starting to run out of places to take my parents. Restaurants are now doing Yelp reviews on them. But it was their anniversary, so I figured I'd take it to somewhere really special, fancy restaurant. But it's always the same thing. We sit down, my mother starts to complain. She says, Bruce, this soup is cold, it's disgusting, it's tasteless. I said, Ma, that's the finger bowl. That's
Then when her dinner came out, she started eating. She slammed her fork down and said, "Bruce, this is the worst Greek salad I've ever eaten." I said, "Ma, how many times do I tell you, you don't order a Greek salad in a Chinese restaurant?" I'm starting to wonder if I'm going to turn into my parents. I just turned 65 years old. I looked in the mirror. I looked like a rusted old 56 Buick. This body is shot totally out of alignment. My rear end is making funny sounds. My hoses are starting to leak.
Oh.
And my ball joints have all dried out. I said, "Oh, I better get Mako." Mako says, "Oh, no, you better get Medicare." I was at my doctor's office the other day, and I said, "Doctor, look at this point. I'm starting to put weight around the middle. What's going on?" He says, "Bruce, I think I know what you got. I think you got the furniture disease." I said, "What's that?" He says, "It looks like your chest is falling into your drawers." I said, "Dad, I feel so sluggish in the morning. The only thing that starts up every morning with me is my wife." I said, "I'm really out of energy." He says, "I want you to see a specialist at the Pep Boys." He says, "Ask for Rocky. He's AARP certified." It used to be in my house, if I had a leak, I'd call my plumber. Now I call my urologist. And he's $50 cheaper. And then back in the day, Linda and I used to go dancing at Studio 54. We'd get on that dance floor and bust the move. I'm afraid to take my wife dancing now. I might bust a hip. Every time my wife says, "Let's do the hustle," I'm afraid I'm going to pull a muscle. And the other day she said to me, "Bruce, let's get down tonight." I don't mind getting down, but how the hell am I going to get up? I'm starting to forget things. I swear my phone mattress has a better memory than I do. Back in the day when I actually had hair, okay, in order to keep my hair stiff, I used to use a product called Vitalis. Now at 65, in order to keep things stiff, I depend on Cialis. And I was into photography way back when. I used to develop my film using a Polaroid. Now at 65, the only thing I'm developing are hemorrhoids.
Ow.
I'm at the stage in my life where I change the batteries in my nose hair trimmer more often than I do my TV remote. And during COVID, I watched a lot of TV. You know, when you get older, I start to worry. I think people try to rip you off. I brought my vehicle in the other day to my mechanic. He charged me for 4 tires replaced, air conditioning recharged, adjusting the airbags. I said, "This is all wrong." He says, "Why?" I told him I drive a motorcycle. Not ripping me off, that's for sure. But if you get older, you know, you got to stay in shape. So I started an exercise program. But I only exercise late at night, between the hours of 3 and 5 in the morning. I run sprints from the bedroom to the bathroom. My wife calls it my fleet of pee. She always questioned me why I wore cleats and tracksuit to bed. Now she knows. The good news is I got my time down to 6 seconds. Unfortunately, I only can hold my pee for 4.2. But my wife is a fitness nut. He takes goat yoga. Goat yoga. She finds it very therapeutic and relaxing, especially when the goat jumps on her back and licks her ears. I said, "Wait a second. When I tried that last week, you slapped me and threw me out of the bedroom. And now you'll pay a goat to do it?" He says, "Well, he has fresher breath." I asked her, "Do they allow kids in the class?" She says, "No, they only use adult goats." I dated a lot of people before I met my wife, actually. I even dated a very famous TV weather person. No, actually, it wasn't Al Roker. But the first time we got into it was like a bad winter forecast. He was predicting 10 to 12. All she got was 2 to 4. Man, was she angry. Now I know why they name hurricanes after women. But I do have a lovely woman, great marriage. We just celebrated 30 years of wedded bliss.
Woo!
No, wedded blisters. Because all those years she's rubbed me the wrong way, and I got the calluses to prove it. And during this pandemic, her spending is out of control. She got hooked on Amazon. We get so many packages, they just rezone my front porch as a loading dock. There was just issued us our own zip code. I got the boxes stacked up to the roof. I'm afraid to pull anything out. They may all topple over. It's like I'm playing a game of Jenga for giants. I'm constantly going from the front porch to the second floor back down. I'm like a personal delivery monkey. She calls me her Amazon primate.
Oh.
And it was my birthday recently. She said, Bruce, I want to get you something special. What can I get you? How about a forklift? Maybe a weight belt and a bigger house.
Oh.
We are the only house in the block that has valet parking for the FedEx guys. And she really got me worried the other day. She was painting in big letters on the driveway, reserved for UPS. Reserved for UPS. What's going on? Then all of a sudden I'm thinking, is she having an affair with the UPS guy? Because every time he comes over, she's always bragging about how big his package is. And now she's paying extra for backdoor delivery.
Whoa.
I'm starting to wonder if my fulfillment center is adequate. I know what Brown's doing for her, but what's he doing for me? And the other day, she handed me a package. She said, I got a special present for you, Bruce. I opened it up. It's brown shorts, construction boots, and a clipboard. So now if I want to have sex, I got to sign for it. This is making my family life miserable. The only smiles in my house now are the ones in the cardboard boxes. But as I said, we have a lovely marriage. We really get along. We love doing things together. Broadway shows, nice dinners, the UPS guy. My name is Bruce Lipsky. I appreciate you listening.
All right, let's give Bruce Lipsky a big round of applause. And Bruce, where can we find you on social media besides on Amazon?
Okay. Well, social media, I have my Facebook fan page, Bruce Lipsky Comedy, at You Gotta Laugh, YAGOTTALAFF. I have my website, www.brucecomedy.com. And I'm also, I guess, on Instagram and whatever, some of those other things, but I don't really.
You don't really.
I didn't say that, though. But anyway.
You're going to have some live shows soon, too, I assume?
I just had a live show last Thursday, of all places, in a Kosher restaurant in Teaneck, New Jersey. It was fabulous. It really was fabulous. I've done a bunch of live shows. I was at the Comic Strip Live recently. I was at the Greenwich Village Comedy Club, Broadway Comedy Club, and I did out in Long Island. I have a show on October 28th, a big show at the Brokerage in Long Island, among other things. Yeah,
wow. So, that's awesome.
All good. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, if you guys are out there, just go check out Bruce. He's awesome. He's a fun comic. And actually, he's not going out to do stand-up at those comedy clubs. He's looking for the UPS driver.
He may have snuck out the back door, though.
He might have. In and out a few times of the back door, I guess. I don't know.
Oh,
Great delivery, Bruce.
You know, what's funny is that I usually am the one that orders stuff off Amazon. And so when there's a package that shows up at my door, my wife goes, "What did you order now?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's like Christmas. I don't remember." Oh, look, I ordered something for me. Hey, Merry Christmas to me. All right. Oh, we've had such a great little show tonight. And we're going to get up to our headliner tonight. He is an actor, comedian, and writer who's the head writer of the Dames Marv Show, co-founder of the 129 Productions, and has performed all over on stages all over the country. But he's coming to you from his closet in Nebraska City, Nebraska. Please welcome to the stage, Matthew Blevins, everybody. Woo!
Yeah, this show had everything it needed. It just, they're like, we don't have Nebraska dad energy in here. And so they shipped some in, you know. I'm here. Like we're gonna go yell at some kids for not knowing stuff that it was our job to teach them. Nebraska dad stuff. We're gonna cuss when we get out of recliners every time. And we're gonna have no butt whatsoever. Nebraska dad stuff. Just fair warning, if you're thinking about having a kid, do it in Denver or somewhere else, because if you do it in Nebraska, your butt's gonna fall off. So just fair warning. Happened to me when I was 25. I don't want it happening to any of you out there. Oh my goodness. My whole house is clean, you guys. I'm excited about that. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes people applaud, and some of you are just staring at me from your clean homes with judgment in your eyes about how, well, guess what? My, I have 4 kids here. My house looks like a FEMA disaster relief area a lot of times, okay? But I had a dinner party for some stand-up comedian friends last weekend, and my kids started cleaning the entire house from top to bottom. And when I asked them why they were doing that, they said it was because they were excited because today they get to meet real stand-up comedians. My kids are assholes, you guys. I got him back, though. I told him Kevin Hart's coming over tomorrow. They're drywalling the upstairs bathroom tonight. Plus, I can't be mad at him for saying it anyway. I am doing comedy from a closet in the basement, like a post-apocalyptic ham radio operator right now. So I grew up white trash in Nebraska City, Nebraska. Yeah. It's if anybody's never had the opportunity to come down here, we've got racism, trees. You're supposed to list a third thing in comedy, but we only have the 2 things. Saying that I grew up white trash in Nebraska City is a little bit like saying I grew up Mexican in Mexico, though. It's like, yeah, that's where they come from, dude. Yeah. I grew up in the worst neighborhood in Nebraska City, but that's just what other people nickname whatever house we lived in. So that's yeah. We actually had a rusted out '67 Chevelle in our front lawn. So it was yeah, it was a little bit like a John Cougar Mellencamp song my whole childhood. We only had good Christmases if Dad got enough Marlboro miles to get everybody presents that year. Dad was going to get that '67 Chevelle fixed up one day, but apparently you can't buy transmissions with Marlboro miles. So, yeah. When you're white trash from Nebraska City, you got to field some weird questions from your kids from time to time. The other night, my son came up to me, true story. He said, Dad, why was Grandpa Tom also our cousin? So that's a fair question. I thought it was a funny question, but he didn't think it was funny at all. It was like he suddenly realized he's not going to a good college when he grows up. But I had to tell him, it's like, all right, I'll be honest with you. Sometime back in the Great Depression, in the river bottoms of Purcellville, Iowa, the Blevins clan kept reproducing, but then God would send biblical floods every year to try and wipe them out. But the Blevinses could reproduce faster than God could take them away. And so, they were a resilient bunch. They all had cool nicknames. One was like Coyote, and one was Slick. Because if you're never going to have dental care, you should at least have a good nickname to take with you through life. Coyote and Slick, they went over to Sidney, Iowa. They found themselves a couple of farmers' daughters, Bernice and Ruth. That's not a joke. Those are just old timey names that happen to be my great grandmother's. They married the pair of them. I don't know if farmers' daughters are like the McRib, to where if you get one, the other one's only $1. So you should go ahead and get both of them, or what was going on there. But two brothers married two sisters, basically, and they had themselves each of those sets of the I don't know, white trash square dance that was, had themselves a son. One of those sons was named Tom. He would, drink Canadian whiskey, whatever was on sale. And he would beat you at a game of Risk. And if you got drunk enough on Canadian whiskey and grandma went to bed, he would tell you all about his alien abduction stories. It was like my very own personal Joe Rogan podcast, and I was the only subscriber. Now, Jim, on the other hand, he was he didn't drink Canadian whiskey. He drank Natural Light. He's probably still doing that right now in the outskirts of Lawrence, Kansas, and he's very upset because the Beastie Boys are ruining America. He didn't know that they weren't black, but it did not help when I told him that they were Jewish from Brooklyn. That made it worse somehow. So Tom and Jim, these double cousins, my grandma married both of them. Not at the same time, Aaron. That would be weird.
Okay.
At different times. I don't know if she was part of some Blevins reward program. She had like a Blevins punch card where if you got them all filled out, you got a free Blevins. You guys have seen one on your screens for like 9 minutes. Why in God's name would anyone want more than one Blevins, if not any at all? But, I guess grandma was just a slut with a particular brand. I don't know. All I do know is that when I put my son to bed that night after he had heard all of that, it wasn't like tucking in an 11-year-old boy anymore. It was like tucking in a Vietnam veteran. He had heard some things that he was never going to be able to unhear. Yeah. Everybody get COVID vaccinated out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got some vaccine. Good. I got the Nebraska City vaccine. I just went to a gas station and got COVID from my neighbor.
Oh.
I'm still rocking the antibodies though, so that's handy. I'm looking to sell some of them if anybody's interested. I'm not entirely sure how to get them in you, but for $5. I will spit in your butthole out in the parking lot of any comedy club that you meet me at. Just let me know. We'll arrange things. I don't know if it'll work, frankly. I had an infectious disease expert come up to me after a comedy show recently, which I think says a lot about me, that infectious disease experts happen upon my comedy shows enough to tell me that my joke idea is not going to really work. To which I've got to ask, is Pfizer spitting in people's buttholes? Because how else would she know? Plus, where are we getting infectious disease experts in the middle of Nebraska? I mean, I know we have a lot of infectious disease hobbyists out here. Experts, I don't think so. I was also a Cub Scout leader for like 5 years, you guys.
Woo.
Yeah, I'm real bad at segues. Real bad. I'm getting the impression that I can just see it in your eyes, and you're all in gallery view on Zoom right now, and you're like, I don't think he should be teaching kids about pocket knives. I don't. You should not be responsible for them learning what self-esteem is. That's for sure. I get it. I overdrafted my bank account on Pizza Hut yesterday. I shouldn't be teaching kids stuff, but I thought I had important things to offer, like, how far you can overdraft your bank account before your ATM card will stop working. We below should know that. Why shouldn't they get 3 pizzas yesterday? I mean, how far you can drive a 2008 Kia Spectra after your fuel light comes on. That should be a merit badge requirement. That's 40 miles, but I think Aaron already knew that by the way he looked. Yeah, we've both been pushing our luck for a whole long time. But I told one of the other scout dads here in Nebraska City that I drove a 2008 Kia Spectra, and they started a rumor in town that we have a gay scout leader. I'm not, but everybody has been really supportive. So I'm afraid that if I come out as straight, I'll single-handedly set back social progress in this town by 10 years. We don't have that kind of wiggle room, guys. Plus, I think one of the dads is kind of into me, and I want to see where that's going. I heard that guy knows how to work on cars, and I drive a 2008 Kia Spectra, you guys. I wouldn't mind a little broke hatchback mountain for the sake of social progress. That's all I'm saying. Plus, I'm not going to stand here and lie to you people. One moment. I have to come clean about one thing before I go here. This is my actual vaccine card. I did not just go to the gas station and get COVID, although I did actually do that as well, but I got a vaccine. So just so you're aware. And then I used my Vax card to write my set list on the back of tonight's show. So now one day my grandkids can flip through some scrapbook and it'll be both a comedy souvenir and a pandemic souvenir. And they'll have a whole lot of questions about why I talked about spitting in buttholes literally everywhere I went. But if they've had me as a grandfather for any amount of time, I'm sure they understand. You guys have been a fantastic audience. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of your show tonight. Give it up for your host, Aaron.
All right, let's give a big round of applause to Matthew Blevins. And Matthew, where can we find you on social media?
So I will be on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Blevo Comedy, which a lot of my friends are suggesting that a Blevo is when a person spits in another person's butthole. So I don't know. I'm trying to get some traction on that. I might get some T-shirts made. Who knows?
You might end up on Pornhub, I think.
Who knows? Who knows? I might get my 1 million views my way, guys.
Oh, yes, it's going to be restricted. Yes, that's how it's going to be. Thank you so much, Matthew. That was awesome. You're doing some live shows soon, I assume?
Yeah, on October 8th, or okay, let's go through them here. October 2nd, I'll be at the Backline Comedy Theater in Omaha, Nebraska. October 8th, I'll be at Teehees in Des Moines, Iowa. October 23rd, I'll be at Full Circle Venue in Grand Island, Nebraska. And on October 30th, I'll be opening for John Paul Morgan, the Ragin' Cajun, at the Omaha Funny Bone. So look me up on any of my social media platforms, guys. Thanks a lot.
Sweet. All right, go check them out. If you're out in the middle of this country, go check that out because there's really not much to do in Omaha.
No.
You know, that is so true. Let's see. Yeah, thank you. And because I was out in Omaha, Nebraska, you know, the entertainment capital of the world. I hosted a live show. There was live people there. It wasn't just the corn listening in. Oh my gosh. Hey, Kristine, get on screen with me. I'm doing verbals because she's been helping me out tonight. Oh man, that was such a great show, wasn't it?
It was so amazing. Let's give it up one more time for the comedians here.
Oh yes.
Oh my
Let's give it up for Linda Marcus Smith, Ashley Gutermuth, Edward Ruben, Bruce Lipsky, and again, Matt Blevins. Let's give them all. And,
thank you.
And my co-host who's doing the little tech back here, Kristine Knowlton. She's so awesome. She said, sure, let's get on this show. Why not? You're crazy enough to do this kind of Oh, we do so much fun stuff here. And I do have a couple announcements. I do have a Halloween show coming up. I know this is way ahead on October 29th. That's a Friday night. How did that happen? Well, there's Halloween parties everywhere. So I have 10 comedians lined up. I'm working on the set as right now, and it's going to be a fun show. I'm going to try to sell tickets for that. It's going to be, every comedian's got to do at least 1 minute of comedy that's Halloween related, and they're going to be in costume. And the best costume wins $10 plus a trophy made by me. So yeah, so you're just going to throw that trophy in the trash and spend the $10 however you want. And we are every other Saturday on This Just In News. The next show is October 9th, and it's going to have Emily Pascal, David G. Scott, Katie Blue, Davine Kerr, and Joel Brill. That's going to be the lineup for that show that night. And I don't know who's my co-host that night. We'll find out soon. But that was the show for tonight, guys. Thank you for tuning in. And this has been an Oddly Funny production.
This has been an Oddly Funny production.